Hello and welcome. This is Kathleen Lovito, a marketing coordinator with AAFMAA, the American Armed Forces Mutual Aid Association. Thank you for attending today's webinar entitled Everything You Need to Know About Buying or Selling a Home During COVID-19. This monthly webinar is brought to you by AAFMAA Mortgage Services LLC, also known as AMS, which provides mortgages exclusively to the military community. Whether you are looking to build, buy, or refinance a home, we can help you. This educational webinar seeks to provide AAFMAA members and prospective members with information about recent changes in the mortgage industry due to COVID-19. With us today is Kevin Holton, Vice President of Sales for AMS, and Stacy Daniels, Vice President of Operations for AMS. Both Kevin and Stacy have extensive backgrounds in the mortgage industry and are very knowledgeable about the mortgage process, VA loans, and mortgage operations. At the end of today's presentation, Stacy and Kevin will be able to answer a few questions you may have about buying and selling a home during COVID-19. So feel free to answer questions into your question bar on the screen at any point during the presentation. So let's take a brief look at the agenda for today. Kevin and Stacy will talk about some of the things that have changed due to COVID-19 in buying and selling a home, including social distancing protocols, the competition you may experience in the market, digital home tours, remote appraisals, employment verification changes, title searches, remote online notarization, closings, and the final walkthrough, and again, any questions you may have. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Kevin to begin the presentation.
Thank you. As we are all well aware these days, COVID-19 has created social distancing. Now we can also see this within the mortgage process itself. Several steps in the home loan process have been updated to comply with social distancing recommendations so you can maintain your safety while moving quickly through the home financing process. The most significant changes that we've seen impact home appraisals and loan closings. COVID-19 has created fewer options, but also more competition. According to Zillow, new home listings are down 27% over the year and down 19% since March 1 alone. The total number of active listings is now 8% lower than this time last year. So fewer homes are on the market, may result in more competition amongst buyers, creating a seller's market. Digital home tours. Zillow has reported a 408% jump in agents using its 3D home tour feature, and Redfin saw a 500% uptick in video tour requests in just 1 week. Realtor.com even added a feature that allows for live stream open houses. If touring an open house in person, you may be required to wear masks and gloves to adhere to both state and county laws regarding the COVID-19. COVID-19 has definitely affected the appraisal process. It's basically turned into a form of remote appraisal and different options. There's 3 different options as far as remote appraisal options. The first being desktop appraisals. This is where the appraisal is done pulling data from online MLS and tax office and viewing the photos online. Second form of remote appraisals is the drive-by appraisal. This is where the appraiser does not enter the home. They do exterior photos of the house and drive through the neighborhood. Lastly, there's curbside appraisals. This is where the homeowner shows the appraiser the home virtually using tools such as FaceTime. Now note, there is some non-conforming mortgages such as FHA loans which may require an in-home appraisal.
Now we're going to get started and talk about job verification. To close the loan, the lender will need to verify that the borrower is employed. This can be done via email through recent pay stubs or bank statements showing auto payroll deposits. And due to the current unemployment numbers, lenders may ask for multiple proofs of employment verification. One of the rules with COVID is that we have to verify your employment within 2 days of your loan closing. Title searches. As cities are slowly and sporadically reopening, they may be limiting the number of people who can access local government buildings at the same time. And depending on where you live, that may mean that title searches may take a little bit longer than usual. We do work with several national title companies, and we haven't experienced any slowdown per se of the COVID-19. A lot of places have electronic recording offices, so that assists us in making sure we can get a title in a timely manner. Remote online notarization. This is something that is going to take place moving forward with the new normal. 24 states allow remote online notarization for real estate transactions. There is a bill that's in office right now looking to pass by the end of the year that will allow for all states to have remote online notarization, which will be the new normal moving forward. And with RON, you would meet with the notary via webcam. The notary confirms your identity, watches and records as you sign, and add electronic versions of their seal to the documents. RON may also be called webcam notarization, online notarization, or virtual notarization. Closings. So you have outdoor closings where all parties wear masks and gloves. Parking lot closings, or all parties remain in their cars and pass documents through car windows to sign. And video or digital closings, where after witnessing the borrower sign, the e-files are delivered to the remote notary, who then notarizes them to validate their authenticity.
Final walkthrough. Buyers are being more cautious in their walkthrough by wearing masks, gloves, and trying not to touch doorknobs, faucets, etc. Don't be surprised if sellers start offering to leave sanitized homes unoccupied for a few days to minimize traces of the coronavirus before the walkthrough date.
All right, thank you, Kevin and Stacy, for that overview. Now let's take a look at some of the questions we received about the changes going on right now. So the first one I see here is, has the time to close on a house increased due to coronavirus? And if so, how long does the mortgage process take now?
We've definitely seen an increase in closing times due to the coronavirus. Typically, here at AAFMAA, our average close time on a purchase historically is about 23 to 24 days. That's increased probably to about 30 to 35 days due to COVID-19. And on refinances, typically we're able to close and fund within 30 days prior to the virus, and now that's taking up to about 45 days. So there's definitely been increased time in closings. It's not only due to the coronavirus, but also the historically low rates and influx of mortgage applications.
Okay, great. Let's take a look at this question. Can an application be done online, or does it have to be in person?
It does not have to be done in person. Actually, even prior to COVID-19, we recommend that an applicant put their information in their mortgage application online. This way, we're kind of holding the customer more accountable for their information that they're inputting to make that information more reliable and accurate for us moving forward with the application.
Okay, great. So what steps is AMS taking for online closings?
Well, right now, as I mentioned before, we are waiting for Ginnie Mae, one of the agencies that oversees some of the VA loans, to allow for electronic signatures on the note. They will allow a remote online notarization to be done, and VA does allow this. It's just at this time they won't allow for what's called an e-note. and that's the bill that should be passing later on this year. So we expect in 2021 that all states will be allowing remote online notarization and e-notes for electronic closings.
Okay, good to know. So does AMS offer forbearance options?
Yes, currently we do. If we have someone that was affected by COVID, then we do offer a 90-day, up to 90-day forbearance option where they can waive their payment or defer their payment. And then at the end of that 90-day cycle, they would start to repay those payments on a monthly basis.
Okay, great. So this one's about appraisals. Are appraisals still accurate if done through photos or online?
Yes, for the most part, appraisals will still be accurate as far as the value and the appraised value. As a lot of that data is based off of sales, similar sales of that home in the marketplace. So yes, they would still be accurate using online photos and data.
Okay, great. So will there be a fee charged if I choose to defer my mortgage payment?
There's not a fee that's charged. We do recommend that you continue to make your escrow payments if it's possible. That way, when they do the annual escrow analysis, you won't have a shortage, which could alter your future monthly payments.
Okay, great. So why are lenders asking for multiple proofs of employment? And if I'm in jeopardy for losing my job, can I still apply for a refinance?
Yes. So one of the things that they've put out around COVID guidelines with employment is if you were temporarily laid off due to COVID, then if you have a return date, we could verify that with your employer that you will be returning to your same role at your same income to allow us to continue to proceed with qualifying you on that basis.
Okay, great. And this is the last one we're going to look at right now. So has the VA given any guidance for service members looking to use their VA benefits during COVID-19?
VA offers the VA benefits website that they can visit, and they've posted several guidances out there in regard to COVID.
All right, great. So that is all the time we have to take questions right now. But if you submitted a question that we didn't get to, please know that we've recorded all of those and we will get back to you in the next few days. Also, if you have any questions you think of later, feel free to reach out to us through the information on the screen. You can call in, you can visit us on afma.com/mortgage or email at mortgage@afma.com. So we will go ahead and break here for now, but please don't hesitate to reach out to us for assistance whenever you need it. We do this every day for a military community, and it is our pleasure. This weekend, you'll receive a follow-up email with instructions on how to access a recording of this presentation, and you can always register for future webinars and review past webinars at afma.com/webinars. If you found this information useful, we encourage you to please share it with your friends and family. Our membership goes stronger every year because you introduce those in your military community to AAFMAA. Thank you again to everyone listening and for joining us today. We look forward to our next opportunity to assist you.